Yo, what's up guys, MrPantaloons here. The new update is out in Bannerlord, version 1.4, and with this patch there are a few important changes that I would like to go through. But just to quickly go through the changelog here, you got the usual bug fixes. I think they address a lot of the quests in this one. You have the performance improvements. But the one thing that I want to check out with you guys is the character development system. And look at this one. Change the implementation of 15 one-handed skill perks that are related to combat. So they entirely changed the one-handed skill tree, and we are gonna check that out, and I'm gonna give you guys an update to my favorite build for Bannerlord. And here you can see the quest, Company of Trouble, Nearby Bandit quest, and then the performance, which is so much needed, and they keep doing performance improvements, so that is very nice to see. Alright, let's check out the skills. Alright, so this is a new one-handed skill tree. We have new perks. Let's check it out. So first, immediately I see that they removed the HP on the skill level 25 here, because usually when I do a build that is combat related, I like to go and do pole arm to 25, grab the hit points here, go two-handed 25, grab the hit points, and then I would also do the one-handed and I would grab the hit points. But you can't do that anymore because there are no more hit points to get at 25. But we do have some pretty interesting replacements. So first off, we have Deflect. This one blocks make with one-handed weapons 50% stronger against crush throughs. Interesting. I wonder if that would be that useful, to be honest. I'm not sure how that would work. Basher, shield bashes now deal 50% more damage and stun your enemy for longer. Now this one, I haven't tested it, but this one sounds broken. You stun them for longer? That feels like it would be huge. Also 50% more damage? That's not bad. That's gonna help a little bit, right? So I would definitely try this one out. So far, looking good. We have To Be Blunt at level 50. Increase your damage with axes and mixes by 5%. Okay, so you can branch into different types of weapons. 2% swing speed for strong arms here, if you want to stay with swords, for instance. You don't care about aces or axes and maces. Cavalry at 75. While mounted, your one-handed weapon damage is increased by 5%. So even mounted, we have even mounted combat. Shield bearer, reduce the effect of wielding a shield on your combat movement speed. So this one will affect your movement speed on foot. This is probably going to be useful in tournaments. Other than that, there's not going to be many times you would want to go on foot instead of going on your horse, but I guess, sure, why not? Hit points plus 2. So they have the hit points at 100 and it's only 2 hit points. So that's not that worth it, to be honest. What is the other one? We have Duelist, 20% more damage while wielding a one-handed weapon without a shield. Oh, so you have two very opposite skills here. So this one is very specific. If you go with just a one-handed, you go for this one. Otherwise, you just take the plus 2 hit points, which is not that bad, but 100 skill points is a bit too much. You have a shield wall at 125. Your shield takes 20% less damage while blocking the wrong direction. Okay, interesting. Arrow catcher, larger shield protection area against ranged weapons on shields. Ooh, that also sounds really good. Imagine blocking every single arrow, never getting hit with an arrow. Now that's probably gonna help with exactly that. 150, strength in numbers. Increase your party limit by 15? Yo, that is huge. This perk is huge. I love this perk. It is 150, but plus 15 party limit, that is very big. Full barracks reduces recruitment cost of infantry troops by 30%. This one isn't too bad either, but compared to this one, you just gotta go this one. Plus 15 party limit? Yeah, sign me up. 175, stand united. Troops in your party start with plus 8 battle morale if you are outnumbered. Interesting. What's the other one? Lead by example. Troops in your party gain 5% more experience after every battle. Nice, that is pretty good. 200, steel core shields. Your shields take 10% less damage. so even more shields. Fleet of foot increases your combat movement speed by 5%. So more dismounted combat or on foot combat. Interesting. Again, I think mainly for tournaments, I guess. A deadly purpose at 225, increased damage with one-handed weapons by 5%. Okay. Unwavering defense, plus 5 hit points. So you get even more hit points. Interesting. Alright, so more damage or more hit points. I see. And finally we have 250, Way of the Sword. Every skill point after 200 grants you 0.2% attack speed and 0.5% damage increase with one-handed weapons. Okay, what is this one? I feel like this was the old one. I think it's the same for, yeah, the two-handed has the same thing. I don't remember, but I think this is just the old one. And, I mean, it sounds good, but at 250, I feel like you're already gonna be godlike with one hand. So, I don't know how... I guess it will help you, maybe it will help you one-shot dudes or something, I don't know. You're just gonna be really strong. Anyway, okay, so that is the new one-handed skill tree. Personally, I like it. I think it's better than the old one. Usually, I feel like the melee combat skills were kind of underwhelming, but this one definitely helps, especially the plus 15 with the party limit, and you have the shield stun as well. And what else? I guess some more hit points can help, but mainly those two. I like the party limit and the shield stun, and get that immediately. I definitely want to try that out. I might just want to go for the 25 just to just to see how it is, because with my favorite build, I just leave them at 0. I don't even bother, because it's just the hit points that were attractive. Other than that, I feel like you have to invest too much to get anything, and it's gonna be helpful for if you want to do a lot of combat. But if you have large armies, then you just have the armies fight and you don't really get to engage much in combat. And then if you play on realistic mode, chances are you're gonna get defeated, and you don't want to get defeated because you want to be able to control your armies, give orders and whatnot. So usually you don't do that much combat, at least on realistic. Or I guess if you are godlike at the game, you can do combat as well. But yeah, as for my build, so last time we were focusing on mainly intelligence and then on some social, and we're still focusing on those ones, but I didn't really do much engineering, and I feel like engineering is worth getting just because initially I wanted to get some companion with engineering, but I find it's kind of difficult to actually level their engineering. And since I go for 10 intelligence, so originally I would go with 2 attribute points and everything, then I would have 7 social and 10 intelligence. So since I'm going max intelligence, might as well get the engineering as well, because no companion is going to be able to have that much engineering. So I think I'm going for 4 focus points. I would like to get 5, but I think I can't really afford it, and the reason is it's not so much for the perks. I don't think they even work, to be honest. Like this one says can build fire versions, but I'm pretty sure you can already do it without the perk, so these perks might not even work currently. And there are some interesting ones, like this one, 20% more hit points. I guess they could help, but the thing that attracts me the most is the first thing here, faster siege engine production. So if you get this one really high, it can actually be pretty beneficial. If you do a lot of sieges, this will make it so much faster. You'll be able to build your siege engines fast, and then boom, go in and siege the castle, siege the towns. And I feel like it'll be pretty helpful. Although it's not that big of a deal, it just takes longer to do those siege engines. So I guess it's more up to you. personally, I kind of like it because I like doing a lot of sieges. So yeah, I'm definitely looking into raising my engineering. But the other perks that we do is 5 in medicine, 5 in steward, of course. Then we do 5 charm, 5 leadership, 5 trade. Trade is again is really good, and just how the game works. And since you want leadership and charm, you might as well go for trade as well. The perks are pretty helpful. Actually, the trade reduction is not bad either. And since you gain levels off of trading, you have to do it either way. So that's it. Then I do go with 1 point in tactics, mainly because some of the first perks here are pretty useful. So for instance, 10% more morale lost for your cavalry, and then 5% more damage in simulations. And at some point you will want to do simulations. You don't want to fight every single fight because there are a lot, you do plenty of wars in this game, right? So there's gonna be a lot of battles, and if you can simulate, that is even better. Smithing, 4 points in smithing just to get some of the good stuff here. I believe it's this one. No, the control one, this one. Controlled smith. So I want this extra attribute for control. That will put me to 3 control. And then here I get the 1 focus point in crossbow because with the Valandians I kind of have to get this crossbow since I want to go intelligence, and the only intelligence route gives me 1 crossbow point, so I'm stuck with that 1 crossbow point there, which is not too bad because you get the focus point there, but then you get 1 attribute in intelligence which affects those 3, so it's worth it in the end. And then I like to go for bow. I go 5 points in bow. That's what I'm gonna be mainly using. It's especially useful, well, it's useful everywhere, right? Whether you're doing sieges or open battlefields, the bow or any ranged weapon is really useful. I opt for the bow. I think it has, well, I think it's generally easier to use than the other ones. Crossbow is nice, but I think the crossbow, like with bow, you have like you get some party size. You get look at this one, nearby troops 10% accuracy. That sounds pretty nice. So I feel like the bow has more useful perks for your army as well, whereas crossbow is more suited just for your character. And then throwing, I like to go 2 points into throwing as well because you do get some nice party increase here. Look at this, +5 to party size. Throwing is actually not that bad either, so you could also use it. But yeah, I just get the +5 to party size, and then I just focus on bows. And that is my current favorite build. I'm sure as time goes on, as we get more patches, the perks are gonna change, and I might want to change my build as well. But so far, that is what I'm going for. Maybe if I could get 5 focus points in engineering that would be awesome as well. But with 10 intelligence points and 4 focus points, you get I don't know, like 300 engineering. It's insane. You already get so much, so I think that is more than enough. Because before I would get riding, and I just drop all the riding. Oh yeah, this is actually another important thing. So initially I wanted more riding because there are some pretty cool horses that you can ride, and you need some kind of riding proficiency. You need, I don't know, 80, 90, depending on the horse. I feel like you need 70 or 60 at the minimum. But what I found out is that the difference between the higher horses and I believe it's the desert horse, that is one of the better horses that have low requirement. I think the difference in them is insignificant, so I would rather just go with a desert horse, and if you put a good harness on it, then that horse is gonna work just fine. And then the perks are kind of lackluster. There is a +2 party size here, but it's not that important. It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. You could get it if you want to, but it's just +2. Yeah, I would only go for riding just to get those better horses. But as I said, the differences are not worth it in my opinion. So those are my thoughts on the new one-handed skill tree. I think it's they're doing or it's taking a right path here. I like the changes. Let me know what you guys think about the new one-handed skill tree. And that is gonna be my update for my favorite build for Bannerlord. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I shall catch you guys next time. Have a good one and take care.